Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of From No Crypto to No Crypto. I'm your host, the Crypto Coach, Blockchain Wayne. Today we're joined by Variindar from Urban. Variindar, man, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you very much, Wayne. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Great to have you. You and I have talked a while back about all the great things you guys are doing at Urban in
Right.
the
Yeah.
fintech space and Web3. But before we jump into talking about Urban, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, your background,
Sure.
and what led you to working in Web3?
Sure. Definitely. So my name is Variindar, and I'm a CEO and co-founder of Urban. So let me tell you my background about is into computer engineering. Like back in 2012, I graduated from University of Mumbai, and I have done my computer engineering, and I have a background is basically you can say in the defense. Like my family, they were in defense, and my brother is a co-founder. Is basically he's into banking and finance. He's the only one is into banking finance, and I'm the tech guy here. So before joining Urban and before launching this particular Web3 startup, we were into so many IT development things. Like we were building projects for European customers and Americans customers, and we were building like SaaS applications and mobile application also. So this Web3 came, you can say the Bitcoin actually came like into our field in India. Like 2016, I was introduced to Bitcoin because we were working with some a crypto company, which is very famous now, but ZepPay. And we were working with some of them, like developers that was working with the ZepPay that time in 2016. So in from 16 to 18, 19, we were like building, mining, crypto mining machines and helping people to have mining pools. So because it was very new for us, like to have a like how does mining machine works. So in 2019, I moved to Europe in Spain. So I was like living here like from 6 years in Spain. So in after the COVID hit, actually, we were building some startup actually related to the travel because I was in Spain and the whole market is like into hospitality. So I'm like, we always have issues with sending money to back to our families. Like most of immigrants, not exactly the immigrants, also the expats who are living, in the different countries, they always have issues with sending money back to their families, to their friends. So I'm like, we have so much ecosystem already in place, Web3, stable coins, everybody using Bitcoin and Ethereum. I'm like, why don't we like create something that people can use stablecoin as a layman, not just banks, because banks are already using stable coins, Ethereum blockchains and Ripple XRP. So that's what we think about, like creating whole bunch of idea from the tech and the finance, and like let's mix it up. And I did my like engineering. The thing is, what we learned in engineering is never been, into the crypto thing. It's totally new for us, but it's really interesting and challenging, and it's growing, and the market is changing day by day. The institutions are adapting the blockchain technologies and all. So yeah, here we are.
Nice, nice. And yeah, I mean, you're right. The adoption is growing on both the institution side, the individual side.
Correct.
Bitcoin and crypto have been around for a while, but most people
Correct.
treating it as an investment or trading vehicle, right? Not necessarily
Correct.
using it for day to day payments or like you mentioned. I mean, from my early days of finding out, about Bitcoin and finally jumping in 2016, it was
Right.
seeing the potential with remittance payments, like people that were sending money back to family members and friends that
Right.
live in different countries. Because if you've ever done it, you know those friction points in the old system, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can remember years ago doing some graphic design work, business with somebody that was in the Philippines, and every time I needed
Yeah.
to pay him, it was an ordeal to one the amount of money from when I sent it to him versus what he actually received was always a it cost more, and then him having to like catch a ride into the major city just to be able to get to an office to be able to collect
Right.
the funds. So definitely a
Exactly.
big need for what you guys are doing. So tell us, like, you kind of hinted around at what it is, but tell us, Urban, what exactly is Urban, and what are you guys? What is the goal to achieve with Urban?
Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about urban, like how this name comes up first. So what we did is basically we are using banks from last more than 100 years, and the banks are still working in the same way. Like I mean, for the layman, yes. And in the back end, they are adopting technologies and everything. But for a layman, it's always the same. You have to go to the bank to transfer the funds. You can use their mobile applications, but they are not user friendly. So and also they charge a lot of fees because how this is how bank earn their money. So what we do is I saw the students having issues here in Europe and in America and immigrants and expats. So what we do is like we are thinking about stable coins to use them as a the base currency to transfer the funds like for the remittance. And we have a lot of issue in India for the remittance because we have only the Indian market last year is about $125 billion, and it's the remittance money that comes into India from different countries. So, what our idea is, you send us the fiat currency. Let me tell you a very simple way so you can understand, like even a 14 years old can understand. You send us the money, you don't know about the crypto, you don't know the Web3 anything. We did the conversion into stable coins from your euro, GBP, whatever you send. We convert it into stable coins and we send it to your family, but in your local currency, whatever the currency they have, like Indian rupees, Bangladeshi rupees, and Pakistani rupees. So that's what we do, because if we try to explain customers a lot of about Web3 and blockchain, he won't understand, and he for them it doesn't matter because they just want their money to be delivered in the fastest way possible. So this is the main idea. Line of product what we are building right now is the remittance app. So people can send money and without any forex charges. There is no charges like banks charge you a lot of fees. Like for $1,000 in America to send to India, the bank charges about $50 to $60 for a wire transfer, and it takes about 3 to 5 days to deliver to your Indian bank. So what we do is, you send us the money. You send us via wire, via there are different payment method also. Like you can pay by card too. Okay, so you send us the money, your dollar. We convert it and we send it to your family in next 15 minutes, and without any charges. Whatever you see the price of Indian rupees conversion into US dollar, you will see the same price in your parents' bank account. So this is what we are building right now. Yeah,
Yeah, so that's really important, so they can basically at least know what's going to show up. Because this was my problem when I was talking about sending that money, right? You know,
yeah,
we had one price in mind, and by the time it got to him, it had taken out so many fees that I had ended up sending more, just
correct,
just because of that problem. And I think you touched on a very important part that I want to back up to is about the user, right?
correct.
You and I, like we got involved in the crypto and Web3 because we saw it, we are interested in it, we see the potential. Some
Yeah,
people
yeah,
see the potential or don't even have they haven't taken the time yet to really understand it. They don't need to, right?
yeah,
Just
exactly.
experience the benefits without having to learn all the tech, like setting up a wallet,
Correct,
seed phrase, and everything else. So that's
exactly.
basically what Urban is doing. You guys are taking the complexities out, just in essence, to the user.
Right,
Uh, you're taking the money from them, delivering it, from X to Y, whatever location you
correct,
want to, and
exactly.
in the medium, you're using stable coins to transfer the payments over to. So in the back end, you're doing on ramp stable coin transfer,
Correct.
and then off ramp to
Off
native.
ramp. Exactly, exactly. And for the Indian users, for example, whoever wants to buy USDT, those USDT will be delivered to those people actually who wants a user. So it's like a two-way business model. The one who wants to send money to their family and the one who wants to buy and sell crypto.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, so it's like the USDT will be delivered to those guys who wants to buy USDT. It's like a fiat on ramp in India and the remittance app for the different countries.
So it's basically it's the Web3 for the people that want to use it for that want to just
Correct.
maybe it's not for remittance, right? Maybe they just want to get some USDT, get the
Correct.
balance to be able to spend.
Correct.
Also, for people that may not even care anything about Web3, they just want to be able to facilitate remittance payments without so many fees and
Exactly.
charges and so much delay, right? I mean, it's
Exactly. Exactly.
a problem because that's what people think. Sometimes money will show up, even when money a balance shows up in their bank account right away, and they can't withdraw it or spend it because it's frozen. It means it's not
Yeah.
there yet. They know it's coming, but those long
Exactly.
it takes for a wire to go, U.S. bank to U.S. bank can happen very quickly, right? I mean,
Correct.
fairly quickly, but when you're
Yeah.
going across country lines,
Yeah.
border stuff, it is a lot more complex than people realize.
Yeah, you see how XRP is changing everything. The Swift transfer, they try to change the Swift transfer. They wants to build the technology with every banks they have. But the thing is, they already have been in this market from last 13 years and they are quite changing. There are some banks in India which is working with the XRP. They're like Axis Bank, Yes Bank, So that's what we are trying to do. But for a layman, they are doing for the institutions. We are doing for the layman. Yeah,
Right. And another point you brought up earlier, which is great, right? I mean, we think, yeah, we hear about banks are using this technology or starting to use this technology, but
correct.
it's not showing up to you or I when we use the bank, right? They're keeping
Exactly.
our interface the same. They're optimizing the back end, still charging you the same fees and rates and everything else.
Exactly.
And it's not improving your experience, it's improving their bottom line. Whereas
Yeah,
what you're offering could be much better in terms of just getting a user to log in and use an app. And as long as
right.
Y and Z happens, they don't really care about the technicals. And that's what I've been saying about crypto for a long time, right?
Yeah,
Some people like us, like we care about the technology. Others, they don't care about the technology. Show them what the benefits are. And these
correct. Exactly.
right, they're getting lower fees,
Yeah,
right? So lower
yeah,
cost to transfer, and they're
yeah.
getting
For the transfer, it's no fees
no
actually.
fees,
It's
right?
no fees. Yeah,
So what? I mean,
because
obviously, there's a revenue model, right? You guys aren't.
yeah,
I mean,
we
so
have a subscription-based model. Yeah,
okay, subscription
yeah,
based model. So you're getting it either through a subscription, uh,
correct.
or okay, or sometimes it's a currency
We
conversion.
have like we have like three plans. Like you can start with the free, but it has a limit. So
Okay,
when you go with the free plan, you pay a commission like 1% or 0.5%.
right,
If you go for the paid plan, like 2.99, and there is one plan is like $5, not more than $5, because what we are doing is we are targeting low and mid income range people, so who wants to send money and to their family. They're like, that's why the immigrants in a different country. Otherwise, because they want to send money and they have to cut the cost of their, because imagine you send $500 every month to your family. That's $32 every time the bank cuts. So that you can convert it like for for $300 a grocery annually if you are saving that money.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, it adds up, and you're right. I mean, you're sending it to people. So the reason a lot of immigrants work in certain countries to send money back home is because
correct.
they can make a lot more money. And that money goes a lot further back home.
Exactly.
And this is what always bothered me about banks is so they're and like Western Union, MoneyGram, things like that, right? They're
Yeah.
taking that value, those
Yeah.
fees from not from wealthy people that are just don't really care about it, from the people that every dollar matters. And
Exactly.
there's no better way. And I've said this for a long time. That's what that when you talk about what things can cryptos solve or fix, and this is one of them.
Exactly. That's what we want to use the real blockchain technology, for real use case. That's what we are using the utility, and that's why trying to build the token also, so we can lower also the fees,
Yeah.
from the token. Yeah.
Right. So I definitely wanted to touch on that. And I guess we'll get to that next. But first, so we've talked
Sure.
about Urban and what you guys are doing.
Right.
What have you seen so far? Like, is the product live where people can use it right now, or is it still coming soon? I mean, your website looks phenomenal, but I haven't had a chance to look.
Yeah. Actually, what we did is we did a testing, from last 2 years, we were testing, market back and forth and everything. And we did a kind of pretty good sales of through only our web application, what we built right later. And it was like 500,000 sales in, for buying and selling crypto. And also we have like more than 600 plus customers already. So right now what we are focusing on the mobile application, like building mobile application. And before that, right now we can't do the remittance thing because you need a regulatory compliance for that. Every country has the same thing. So we registered our company in the UK, and now we are in Portugal because Portugal will open the door for for whole European countries. So that's what we are doing, building our product, and in the meanwhile we are fundraising for developing our product to have the compliance on place. Also, so you are also running a startup, so you know how much expenses are there for the
Yeah.
company. Yeah,
Yeah, definitely adds up quickly. That's why I was asking about fees earlier because obviously I know it's
yeah.
got to be a model, and your model seems like it would be great. Especially, I mean, when you're saying subscription, you were talking about like $2.99 equivalent, basically, or 2.9
It's like
or
it's
something.
2.99 per month, yes.
Yeah, yeah, that's
And it's like the premium plan, for example, like first plan you have $1,000 limit. You can send up to $1,000, and in that way we charge 1% fee. And in case you go for the premium plan, you have a 2,500 limit in $3 plan, and in the maximum is like $5. You can send up unlimited also. So yeah, so $5 is the maximum because we want to make it low as possible, so anybody can afford it and nobody can see, okay, they are stealing our pocket. So that's what our idea is, yeah. And the whole line of product what we are building is basically we are creating a Revolut actually. So that's our idea, is like a whole digital bank where you can send money, you can buy crypto and sell crypto. You can also trade stocks in, like, in future. You can also trade stocks and ETFs, everything.
nice, nice. Will there be a
Yeah.
way for those funds? Like, say I'm in a country where I received the funds from a family member, right? And I
Yeah.
see the funds on my phone. Is there going to be a way to convert that to like a Apple Pay or Google Pay to where they can just
No, they just need to the remittance guy, the whenever who wants to send money to their family, they just need to add the details of their family, like bank details.
right?
So the money will deliver to their bank account directly. They don't need any app. Their family doesn't need any app.
Well, okay, so it'll go to their bank account. Okay, I got you. But I'm
Correct,
saying,
correct,
say their family on the other end actually has the urban app. Would they be able, like you mentioned, becoming like more like a digital bank, right? So
correct, correct.
in the
Like
future, they'll be able to receive the funds to their app if they want to, and then
yeah,
be able to spend it directly from the app without having to.
we can do that in future, like once we have the regulatory compliance from that particular country. So we can definitely have that application for their families, so they can also have a bank account there in the urban app, and they can use it with their debit card. They can use it, their money. But
Right.
till then we have like this option, so they can directly send directly to their payment option. They can have the bank account number, or they can give us a Google Pay number or something like that. We can deliver it to any place where they want.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
the reason I was asking about that is in the future because I know how much
Correct,
easier that gets for people because so kind of similar. So in the US, I have a Coinbase account and I have
correct,
a Coinbase debit card. And every time,
correct,
like when I want to deposit funds, I just send USDC to Coinbase. And when I spend
correct.
the card, it spends my USDC balance. So
Use it,
in the
right?
future, if they have like a card, that's why I was thinking like Apple Pay because it could be a physical card, but it could also be a digital card.
Virtual one,
Yeah, virtual,
yes,
right?
yes,
And so
yeah,
then there'd be actually less conversion because you won't have to convert the stable coin on the back end. But
correct.
if they have a way to where they could spend it.
We have this conversion also, that kind of thing. Yeah, you can do that directly. Spend it from your crypto. You don't need to convert it. Convert automatically into fiat. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, I love that. I mean, anything that's going to make the use case the user experience frictionless. That's the best. I mean,
correct, correct.
go to their bank account, be able to spend it or both. That's great, and what you're doing is much needed. This is it's I definitely hope you're having success or wish you success as I know how that process can be,
Thank
but
you.
solving is
Yeah,
a big need, and so this is something that Bitcoiners have been talking about for many years. And
yeah, yeah.
days of Bitcoin. well, what would you need from a peer to peer currency? Why would that be necessary? And there's a bunch of use cases, but I think
Correct.
one of that list is remittances because you mentioned some dollar amounts in those different markets in terms of
Right.
what kind of value is being sent back, sent across.
Yeah.
We think about people that are working in another country and sending funds back to their family, but it could be you mentioned expats, right? Someone living in another
Yeah.
country to where they can send
Exactly.
U.S. bank account to a local bank if they're living in a different country or vice versa. So definitely,
I'm yeah, I'm telling you, like every year, $230 billion has been like lost in this particular remittance thing.
wow.
So you can imagine
Are spending fees,
it's spending on fees. Yeah, only $230 billion. Yes.
right? And you're taking from the people in many cases that need it the most, right? So
Yeah.
I'm
Exactly.
dealing with wealthy like Wall Street guys that hey, if they pay
Yeah,
for
they
every
don't mind about like $5, $10, $30. They don't mind. So for what we are doing is like we are focusing on the major part of the population that's who use money for real, for groceries, for buying milk, for everything actually. Yeah.
definitely. All right, so tell us a little bit more about. So you told us where you guys are going with Urban. What
Yeah.
can people expect in the next 30, 60, and 90 days from what you guys are putting out?
Okay. Yeah. So what we are doing is right now we are already started our on 15th of August we started our airdrop campaign where we generated our token. We get a token on the Ethereum blockchain, and this airdrops like bring more users. Bring more adopters. Early adopters under member. They are going to be contribute in this part. We give some certain tasks so they can spread the word about about the urban, what we are building, what we are going to deliver. And you can see the what we are doing is airdrop campaign and the private round we are launching right now. So the private round is like the private investor will have a 40 to 50% discount price on for the token. And after that we are going to do the pre-sale, 1% of the pre-sale we are going to do that, like because we have a 80 million supply of tokens. And then the public sale. So in this 2 quarters our idea is to raise funds for the from private round and the public sale to list our token, because we are already in talks with two major exchanges in like in Europe and in you can say in Asia. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. So for the airdrop right now, they're not receiving the tokens yet. You're just having them get into the
We
application and qualify for airdrops.
Yeah, they have to do some certain task. We launched on Zili our campaign, and right now we our Discord is live, so they can directly get into Discord, do some certain task, and they will be qualify. After 25 2,500 points, they will be qualified for the airdrops. So the more they do tasks, the more airdrop tokens they will get. And this campaign is live right now until we list our token. So I think it's pretty clear. Like the more they can share about the urban, the more they can earn. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, let's just jump right into that. So tell everybody
Yeah.
where you can find out more about Urban. Follow you guys,
Yeah.
participate in the airdrop campaign.
Yeah, so I can send you the link for the airdrop and how you're going to join. Everything we have put it on the YouTube, like how to verify yourself, how to do the task. So it's like $100,000 worth of tokens, and it's about you can say 600 something tokens. But we have 600,000 tokens we have to distribute, and our idea is to build a like community of more than 20,000 people. So once we launch our pre-sale, so people would jump in, and in that case we can attract more investors, like for the private rounds, because they already know, because we have 20,000 people. And we launched like on Friday, like last time, 15th of August, and in 6 days we have about 1,000 users already for the Zilli. And we didn't we didn't spend on anything on any marketing. We just posted on Twitter, and we just tagged a bunch of people that we know. We already working with some KOLs that are trying to help us into to outreach our campaign. and we want to give them, the maximum airdrop tokens to, and 20% of the tokens will be delivered at the time of TG, and the rest will be, 3 years linear vesting. That's the airdrop program. Yeah.
All right.
And I think it's the biggest airdrop right now, because some of the airdrops I see 10,000, 20,000, 30,000. Just we have right now like the $100,000 worth of tokens. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. So definitely jump in there. So I'll have all this in the description of the podcast
Sure.
posted, YouTube. But for those that may be listening to this podcast on audio platforms, can you tell everybody what the main website is for Urban?
Okay, so the urban is like urban.com, and it's like URBNED. It's n.com. Yeah. So this is like very simple, and you can also go to YouTube. You can type anywhere urban, or you can like check on LinkedIn. Also, we have a pretty good numbers on LinkedIn, and also Twitter is started because we had some bump in the road, like while we're promoting. So we created a new Twitter account, but now it's running smoothly. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, make sure to go definitely check out the website. From there, you should be able to click on all the socials,
Yeah.
find them on the different platforms. It sounds like things are kicking off, and the next few months are going to be very exciting for you guys. So
Correct, correct. We are also planning for token 2049, like in Singapore. I mean, we are working for the side events, so let's see how it goes. If you guys were there, we'll definitely meet you guys.
yeah, I was about to say that we definitely have to meet up in person. I'll be there.
Yeah,
People on our team will be there. So yeah, definitely let's connect. Uh,
yeah,
on. I mean, there's definitely a big need for what you guys are building. It's just not just another DeFi protocol, another anything else. It's a necessity, and people don't realize.
uh,
I think when you solve a big problem in the market, that's a big business model. So again, like I said, best of luck as you guys
thank
continue
you,
to
thank you very much.
look at how we can help as well too.
Right,
Partner collab along the way with each
right,
other. But we all know we're rooting for you to make it because this is it's a much needed product.
yeah,
All right, Varinder. So
right.
as we start to wrap up, any
Sure.
final words about anything else you'd want to maybe let anybody know, or maybe anything else that's coming up?
Um,
Think we should cover.
Definitely, it's like what we are doing is like the main focus our is like fundraising right now, and to deliver our project like product in the market like as soon as possible, because our idea is to having the license also for the for the VAPS license here in Europe, and for that reason we are connecting with many lawyers here, and also our accelerator program last year was powered by some liquidity partners, GSR, also Deloitte was there, and Hacken is one of them, is our accelerator supported. So yeah, and we have some strategic partners from Coinbase and Uber. So what we are doing to build is like this whole ecosystem to get fundraise and go to deliver our product to the people who need actually Web3.
Yeah, absolutely. Not the people that just
Yeah,
want to trade and trade and make money.
exactly,
The people that actually
exactly,
need to use it.
exactly.
All right. All right,
Yeah,
Verinder. Definitely, it's been a pleasure having you on today. I challenge everybody to go in and check out Urban. As I mentioned, all the details are in the comments and the summary, so make sure to check those out. And
yeah.
again, it's been a pleasure having you on. So thanks for joining us,
Same here,
and thanks
same
everyone.
here, same here. Thanks,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yep. And
Thanks.
thank you everyone for listening. And we'll catch you on the next episode. Take care, everyone.
Bye bye.